What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Tony Massey. Welcome to Tony Massey Cooks, and welcome to Chef in the Spotlight. I'm really excited about tonight. This is our second show. Last week, we had Deron, the chef, on, and he killed it, man. He killed it. I hope you're following him at this point. You really should be, because that kid is bananas. But this week, we have someone from my hometown, Houston, Texas, stand up. Someone who I think of as a really close friend. She's a very amazing woman, very talented, very outspoken. We're going to get into that tonight. But the one thing that you're going to enjoy is the sheer breadth of her talent when it comes to cooking. This woman can make anything. She's so cold with it that she's the reason that I use duck fat in most of my dishes now. That's just how bananas she is, and she prides herself as a home comfort food cook. Which, when I show you these recipes, you gonna amen that, because you just feel warm just looking at these pictures because they're so incredible. So if you're watching this right now, then that means somebody that you know probably would enjoy this show. So share the feed right now on all your social media pages. Make sure you join me every Thursday, 7 p.m. for another Chef in the Spotlight. If you know somebody who needs to be on the show, then please shoot me a DM, and let's go ahead and give them the platform that they deserve. So without further ado, the very beautiful, the very talented, the just unapologetically dope Kiah Rain.
Tony.
Hey, what is up?
Hey,
I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing well. No complaints.
So I want to get into it, but we got some business we need to handle first. I got a bone to pick with you, and it ain't no cooking bone. Yeah, you came all the way to Atlanta, didn't tell nobody. Like I'm glad you haven't blocked me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know you were in my city. And then you all out in the, with the bop, bop, pop, pow. And I'm like, what the hell? What's happening right now? I thought we was cool.
So look, the Atlanta trip,
yeah.
let's just say it turned out to be a great trip. Started off really bad, but it turned out to be an amazing trip. And I actually forgot that you lived in Atlanta. I realized you lived in Atlanta when you hit me up about the podcast. I was like,
yeah. So I've been here for like 2 years, because we met in Houston. Right. So in your defense, we did meet in Houston.
Right.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let that slide. But I still felt some kind of way. I was like, what I do?
I'm coming back because we ate at so many bomb food places out there.
Yes.
I'm coming back just to eat again.
Well, when the next time you're in Atlanta, you need to let your boy know. Let me show you let me show you the parts that I've seen so far. I haven't really seen all that much of it because of COVID, but we've tried to get out and eat. And there are a lot of really good restaurants in Atlanta. The problem is, and you probably saw this when you were here, it's hard to get a table anywhere unless you have a reservation.
Well, see, I came with a foodie.
Okay.
Food, but her best friend is a food blogger, and so the reservations was like that.
Oh, so you was coming through the back door like Goodfellas.
Yeah, we did. We lucked up on going to Rocksteady because we made a late reservation for Rocksteady.
That's my spot.
And made a late one for Beetle Cat, and we made it just in time before Beetle Cat got their crowd. So
2 great places. So Rocksteady, we found that place. Somebody was having a party there, and we ended up going there, and it just became our spot because the food is just crazy. Like my favorite is the jerk chicken lollipop chickens. Did you get those?
We didn't get those. We got the wonton fried collard.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
I'm about to call my sister. A matter of fact, Tony, send me some collard green wontons.
I got you. Not a problem. So we're not here to talk about Atlanta food. We're here to talk about Kiah's food. And Kiah Rain here, if you don't know her, is a home chef. She is also the owner and operator of Kiah's Kitchen HTX, which is a food service company, correct?
Yes, it is.
Tell me about Kiah's Kitchen.
So I started Kiah's Kitchen with the help of a friend of mine. He pushed me to it. He actually, once I came up with the logo, or well, the name and what I wanted the logo to kind of look like, he actually got the logo printed up, got shirts made, and was like, boom, now you can start your business. Because I got fired from a job I was at. And he was like, why don't you just cook? You're good at it. And I was like, I don't know. And so he actually pushed me to do it. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. And people have been asking me and just constantly hit me up. And I was like, no, I just do this for the family, for fun. I'm like, y'all, before 2015, sis couldn't boil water.
Really?
Sis chicken. Sis burnt scrambled eggs. Sis could only clean the dishes. Okay. That's all sis was good at in the kitchen. I could not do anything. Let me stop lying. I could do basic stuff like fried chicken and stuff, but I would either undercook it or overcook it. But the stuff I can do now, I didn't learn how to do that till 2015 when I did lost another job. And the guy I was dating at the time was like, well, it's okay that you lost your job. You hated it anyway, but can you do me a favor? He was like, I'll help you if you could just cook something other than this basic stuff. And I was, what's wrong with my food? He was like, I'm tired of eating the same things.
Wow. So you're telling me that your motivation to learn how to cook was because a man told you he was tired of the food you were cooking?
Well, that and my children was like, we agree with
okay. That the kids, I believe, but I don't believe some man.
I have a big ego, so I really thought I was doing something. So it kind of hurt my feelings, and I was
sure.
like, "You tired of eating my food? The same food I cook good. Well, the stuff I knew how to cook." And so I did. I started trying different things because we couldn't eat out anymore. So I had the restaurants to the house, and Food Network became my friend. Pinterest became my friend. Googling became my friend. Watching the little food things on Facebook became my thing to do, like the delicious things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Talking to my mom, taking some of her recipes and making them different my way. Cause like soul food, I don't eat traditional soul food. It's like new age, kind of healthy, but it's the soul food flavor without all the bad stuff, you know? So things like that. And I started doing a little bit more, I started playing around a little bit more because making a lamb chop.
And the thing about a lamb chop, and there's some foods, and I don't know if you agree with this or not. There's some foods you can get away with missing a little bit, but then there's certain foods where if you miss, it's a wrap. Like you just don't even serve that.
Just don't, let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, I've thrown a lot of food away. Oh.
So I guess that's just bananas to me because I'm looking at, I obviously follow you everywhere, and I see what you post, and it's like, I feel like that's like, I grew up in the kitchen under mama's apron, just watching her cook food. I mean, your food is not like I've been doing this for the last 5-6 years. Food.
Well, see, that comes from, I actually have cookbooks galore, and another chef friend of mine, he got me into getting them and reading through them and looking at them, because you can always pull from there and make some things happen and try some things out. So when I tell you we've tried a lot of things that my mom was like, it's nasty, the girls were like, it's nasty, I was like, okay, let's go back again. Yeah. Because when I had my first child, she ate McDonald's every day, and I was like, well, the second baby I can't do that McDonald's anymore. It wasn't probably good then, but a lot of trial and error. Like I had to try things that was either too salty, too spicy, not enough seasoning, too much of this and not enough of that. So it's more like a balance. Like I tell people after I cook a meal, I don't eat. And they're like, why? I've tasted everything.
You tasted everything. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm full now. I know what everything tastes like. I'm good. But as my mom, she would never taste anything. She just cooks. I'm not that good yet.
Yeah.
She'll just throw it in there. Boom, it's perfect. And I'm like, you didn't even taste.
Well, it's like, it's cool to have, I mean, it hurts your ego to have somebody honest with you about your food, but then also it's cool because at least if they're eating it, they really do like it.
Right.
So your inspiration obviously is your mother, right? Where, I mean, you said you pull from all different resources. Where do you at what point do you know what you're making for dinner?
So there's a little process I have. I can't go too in detail with my process, but it's like my meditation moment.
Okay.
So it's music, wine, and I'm relaxing and I'm going through, I'm just like, what are we going to do? It's normally on a Saturday afternoon or after breakfast. I'm doing brunch and I'll go to my little quiet place with my mimosa and I'm like, okay, I need to go to the store. What are we going to get for the week and how are we going to do it? So I just sit outside and quiet and just kind of think. And I'm like, well, we had this, we had that. I'm like, well, what if I do this with this? And I'll go grab a cookbook and see if that idea exists. I might Google it and I'm like, oh,
That's a thing. Yeah.
thing. Okay, cool, I can go do that. So I'll do stuff like that. Or I'll talk to the girls. I try to do a lot of theme things. Like I used to do Wing Wednesday for them, of course.
Okay.
We don't do Taco Tuesday. We do Tex-Mex Tuesday because one doesn't like tacos and one does. So
okay.
We would do Seafood Saturday, of course, Soul Food Sunday, because I'm really big on cooking for my family because that's my way of saying I love you. That's my gift to them. Come around Sunday, get your bellies full. Let's fellowship like, we used to do long time ago with Sunday at your mom's house and stuff like that. So that's where it comes from. Or I'll just ask them, hey, what y'all want to eat?
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't know, but I know I want chicken. Or I don't know, but I know I want shrimp. I don't know, but I know I want pasta. So I'm like, okay, do you want Asian with noodles or do you want to do Italian with pasta? Like what, so then we're going from there. But a lot of it, like I say, just comes from just random ideas. If I go out to a restaurant and they have something I really like, I'll come back and try to make it like the sauteed crab fingers at Papados. I got that down pat. I was like, Papados disappoints me a lot with those, so I'll just make them myself at home, and that way I won't be disappointed. So, that's one. Not Capital Grill, McCormick and Schmidt.
Yep.
Have a goat cheese mashed potato,
and
I make a goat cheese mashed potato.
Okay.
So, a lot of blackened dishes I get, Papados, Copeland, different, seafood places like that. So, yep.
So when it comes to cooking for your clients, do you provide a menu or is it the same process where they say, I want this, or do you just give them options? How does that work?
I started a menu and it was all over the place. So what they normally do is if I like anything that I try that I'm going to make for somebody, of course I'll try it, make it, post it, and they'll be like, I want that.
Okay.
And that's what you want. I'm like, yeah, or they'll go to my page and see something I've done before. Or they may tell me they want an oxtail grilled cheese sandwich or something like that. So yeah, they come out of
wow.
Like, okay, I can do that. Okay, that's fine. Because that's comfort food to me. That's fattening. Or how it's gonna taste. I'm like, okay, but what cheese am I gonna use? So things like that. But nothing is really too much for me. I just tell everybody I don't eat pork, so I can fry a pork chop, but I'm not gonna fry it in my kitchen. Sorry.
So speaking of that, have you ventured out into like the private chef arena where you go to someone's house and cook for them or anything like that? Or is that something you would even do?
Not yet. I haven't ventured out that far. Normally what I do is I'll pretty much prep it at my house. And then when I take it to my client, like for Valentine's Day, year before COVID, I cooked something for a client and she lived on the north side. So I had to kind of make it not all the way done and tell her to reheat it the rest of the way because I didn't want it to be overcooked. I wanted it to be just right for when her date came.
Right.
Valentine's Day dinner. So I haven't ventured out just that far yet because of COVID, I don't want to cook with a mask on and all of that. I like to be here, but I do deliver. I do, give rewarming instructions and things like that for now. And I also try to keep it small since it's just me.
Right.
And, good help is hard to find and it's COVID. So people, they don't want to help. So I keep my parties 10 or less, like family meals on Sunday and Saturday. Most of my clients are either families, single men, single moms, or people young kids. Like I have a lot of young kids ordering from me, and I'm like,
really?
My food? Okay, cool. Yeah.
That's definitely that's a feather in your hat because feeding young kids. We had a couple of my little, I guess they'd be my little cousins, my wife's cousins, and I made sliders and French fries. And so I've learned that with little kids, you don't tell them what's in it, right? Because I fried the fries, I coated the fries in duck fat and salt and fried them in the air fryer, and it was amazing. and then I made the beef from the burgers was buffalo beef.
Ooh.
And so I just, in my mind, I'm like, if I tell these kids buffalo burgers and duck fat French fries, they're gonna be like, I ain't that, man.
On the cartoon and a buffalo.
Yeah. You cooking Donald, man. What the hell? Like, so I don't even tell them. And they like, 2 sliders in, second thing of fries, and then that's when I break it down to them that you eat buffalo. Don't ever tell nobody you don't eat buffalo. That's what's up. So have you ever, so when you were talking about your clients, you said single men.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, or would you ever be a part of a ruse in that, let's say a brother is gonna have somebody over to the house, he doesn't really know how to cook, he calls you up, says, hey, Kiah, I need you to make a meal for 2, but I need you to slide through like 20, 30 minutes before, give me reheating instruction, and then don't tell nobody.
That, or you know what, now in those cases, like I've had some friends, like, my friends, of course, I help them out the best way I can. So I'll go over to a friend's house if they're cooking and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I got it. Let me help you. Things like that. I like to take over because I'm like, you got me here. You better use me because
man.
But I would offer that. So women, guys, I feel like cooking is just something that we all should know how to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff that with COVID and all of that, it's just too much for me a little bit,
Yeah.
So my thing is, let me give you something that you don't want to go out to get. Because I have people who would not leave their house. They're like, oh, no, we're not going out to eat.
Right.
And they just rather order from me. Because I can make what they make at BB's. I can make what they make at those. So they, they get their fix. But I want to teach everybody how to cook a little something. Like, you don't have to be like me.
Yeah.
You should know just a little something.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like somebody posted this meme. I had the other show I do, Real Shop Talk. Somebody posted a meme. Someone needs to tell men that cooking and cleaning is a life skill, not a role, or something like that. And I agree with that so much. Like, you can't cook for yourself, bro. Like, come on, man. You got to be able to make. I mean, if you got one dish, your one signature dish, come on, you got to have one.
And something other than barbecue. You got to know.
Yes. What you gonna do in December? I say that, but you know how they do at the house, like out there just shivering.
But so, it's a lot of single moms, and I'll be like, I can't cook like you. You embarrassing.
Yeah.
Y'all, 30-minute meals, because I'm really, really, really leaning. Like, I'm 85% there of doing a e-cookbook for like the 30-minute meals that I do, because I'm like, y'all, it is so, your children are like this food that you cook for them better than they like their food outside.
Absolutely. You know what? I think you should stop talking about it and be about it, because I tell you, I started posting videos on TikTok, and the videos that do the best are the ones that are really quick, right? Where they can see me go from ingredients to meal, and they can hear, for 10 minutes, for 5 minutes, or whatever. I did one video. I can't remember what I did, but I was like, let this braise for 4 hours. And man, they dogged the hell out of me. It's like, man, I thought you were hungry. You ain't hungry. You got to wait for 4 hours to eat.
That's the kind of meal you cook. Like when you have your breakfast, then you start.
Yeah. That's your post breakfast. Let me get these greens started meal.
Trust me, because that's how I have to do it with the oxtails. I'm like,
yeah, man. All right. So we've been talking about it. Let's get into it for those who don't know. To quote Love Jones, let me break this down so it's forever and consistently broke, and show you, because I can show you better than I could tell you, the pure talent of Miss Kiah Rain. Now, this is the Instagram page, which is let me bring that up real quick. It's Kiah's Kitchen, Kiah's _kitchen _ HTX. All right. So make sure you're following her there. If nothing, and even if you're not in Houston, follow for just to see what she's doing and the inspiration, because I'm telling you, Some of this stuff is just insane. So I think this is coconut shrimp up here. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Coconut shrimp with the dipping sauce.
Yes.
With the blackened catfish topped with shrimp, creamy Creoles. Oh my God. Like
that meal is so special to me. So
that's crazy.
I was kind of done with cooking, and a friend of mine, RIP to D, was like, hey, I need you to make something for me. I got somebody coming up to my studio. I'm just gonna send you $200. Make it.
Yeah.
Like money sent, don't send it back. And I just said, okay. He said, come up with something seafood, shrimp, fish. I'm cool with it. And I came up with that.
Yo, that looks like right out of Pop. Like I don't even think Papados can kick it like that. That is seasoned perfectly. I can just tell by looking at it.
You know, I own seasonings for the most part. And that one, I played around a little bit, got it down.
Southwest shrimp salad. And that's what I'm saying. The range is everything. Look at this blackened salmon topped with a shrimp creamy. Oh my damn. That is bananas. Like somebody said, oh my God, where is this? It does. It looks restaurant quality. Like,
and that's going to be on my new menu because I'm sticking to seafood. I decided to go back to stick to one thing that I do really, really well. And that is cooking seafood. My mom, everybody's like, we love your other food, but this you can do like I can do it with my eyes closed.
So I'm just like, your desserts are crazy. Like this looks like Big Mama Dem's. Like somebody left church early to make that peach cobbler. That is incredible.
That's my mom's recipe passed down. Okay. So that it's been tweaked a little bit by my mom, but yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm even waiting for my aunt to teach me how to make my pie crust from scratch because she makes a perfect one.
Honey teriyaki beef short ribs. Like I'm saying, like, there's some people who they make a few things really good. But I mean, and obviously you're not gonna put up anything that you burnt, but still, everything you put up, I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. So here's the lamb chops, the spicy jerk lamb chops. Now, again, lamb chops are one of those things where you gotta cook them right, otherwise you destroy it, Mm-hmm. And what we have here,
mother lamb shank with the rosemary.
Oh my God.
Now I only do lamb chops, and my customer was like, hey, I want lamb with gravy. And I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, you don't want lamb chops? He was like, nah, it's okay, I'll make it. And I think those are the goat.
That's the goat cheese mashed potatoes. Oh, wow.
So good. It's different. Like everybody's like, ugh. And I'm like, I promise you, when you bite into it, when you eat it, it's just gonna all melt together.
Yeah. More lamb chops. There was something I saw that I did want to talk to you about because I was like, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Where is it?
I did. Or is it on my Facebook page?
Oh, here we go. Shrimp and grits.
Oh, shrimp and grits.
Tell me about these shrimp and grits. Because I'm gonna tell you, once when I moved, and I tell people this all the time, I moved to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
First of all they eat is brunch here. Like brunch is a thing here, right? Mm-hmm. You can't decide to go to brunch on Thursday for Saturday. You got to make your brunch plans on Tuesday. Like last Monday, I found a new spot and I made brunch reservations for my wife and I, because even if we can't make it, I'll cancel them, but you can't just show up for brunch. And everywhere has shrimp and grits. But what I don't see is what you have here. And the way the grits are cooked, and they just have this kind of like a butter halo around them, right? With the cheese and all this. And I don't see this thick, what's that swimming in the sauce? And I see that a lot here. Tell me about your shrimp and grits.
So for me, I do it a little differently because, like I say, I don't eat pork. So a lot of places have shrimp and grits here have it with andouille sausage in there, and I'm like, I can't eat it. So my family doesn't eat pork, so I decided to make it. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Okay, like I said, Kiah just started cooking 6 years ago.
Yeah.
The instant grits first, right?
Okay.
And I was like, nah. So then I was like, you know what? let me just try to make these grits. I have this thing about perfection. My stuff has to come out perfect. So what I do differently is with these is I use a little broth, but I also take the butter that I saute the shrimp in and I add it to the regular butter and just kind of make like a little butter sauce to pour over it and mix.
Yeah.
You know, because I like butter in my grits.
Oh yeah, yeah. It ain't, if you can't see the butter,
yeah,
it ain't grits. Like, don't tell me it's in there. No, I need to see it.
Yeah,
I need visual evidence.
Because you know everybody doesn't want that thick gravy like sauce.
Yeah,
you still want it to be a little bit breakfasty, not dinnery. You know, that's
right, right.
But I prefer butter than a heavier sauce for it. That's why I don't just do like the little soupy sauces.
Yeah,
butter. And my family liked it this way. They actually prefer it when I do it this way. So now nobody goes out to order shrimp and grits anymore.
Yeah, I was like, wow. And again, you know, just looking at the recipes, there's so much range here, right? There's just like, you know, I love your seafood recipes, and my boy, let's see here, get some of these comments very quick while we're up here. Man, Tony Watts said, I think you got a fan. My man Tony Watts, trying for TV. Shout out Tony Watts. He said, I just fainted. He said, I need this in my life. I don't know what he was talking about. Is he somebody that don't really eat meat? But you're doing mostly seafood dishes now, right?
Because I'm cutting back on the meat myself. Yeah. Even if I cook it, I mean, I don't crave it as much as I used to. I'm more of a, let me get scallops instead of a steak, or lamb. I'm changing a little bit. So seafood is what I'm leaning more towards.
Got it. I'm looking to become a pescatarian. Where do I get these fish recipes? You got to go to her page.
Yeah, go to
Kiah's _kitchen _HTX. Make sure you follow. And then yeah, that was probably that the shrimp and grits that he popped that up there. So yeah, I mean, just like, and I love that you show the progression. Oh, I'm on the wrong part. So we got the smoked paprika garlic butter.
Garlic is my friend. I know I like garlic queen.
Who puts all of that together? Like, that is the perfect sentence.
If I can't really tell you my secret, because No,
I don't sell your secret. Don't tell nobody nothing.
Oh, that's the salmon I did. Yes, I need to do that again. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
I need to do that again. And then I wrapped it in that foil, slid it in the oven, and it was done.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Diabetic, and I also watch what we give the kids and things like that. And I also want food to taste good without seasonings. Like, it should taste good because you put fresh garlic, fresh onion, herbs in there and things like that.
Yeah.
I do try to make I think I make if I use 10 sauces, I've made 8 of them. The 2 may be store-bought.
Okay. And I'm not one of those purists where it's like everything has to be fresh and all this other stuff. Like, I mean, we grown, we got kids and work and jobs. Nobody got time for all that.
That's on the weekend. Now, during the week when I'm chef mommy, everything is probably gonna be bought.
Yeah.
Except for my Alfredo sauce. It takes like 5 minutes to make, no time at all.
Yeah. So Fiel says, allergic to seafood, but you doing it, I can take.
I think is that a medicine for a reaction?
Oh, maybe so. Lord, I mean, that's, you're a good cook when people just give me my pills.
Right? My pills, give my pills.
So, one of the things that I miss about Houston is, and I really didn't appreciate this until I left, is the grocery stores, especially HEB, and then of course Central Market. Is that one of your spots as far as where you go to get your food?
Yep, Central Market, HEB. Some of my shrimp, I normally get it from HEB, but I might go to J&J Seafood off Stella Link. Love Central Market. I do live in Richmond, so I don't get out there often.
Okay.
But when I do make it to that side of town, I hit up Central Market.
Yeah.
What else? I go to Kiah and get some of my seafood, my crab fingers. I get out there.
Okay, so let's not slide past this right quick.
Okay.
So growing up
Mm-hmm.
in we used to do shrimp diablos, and basically it's a shrimp, a Gulf shrimp with a jalapeno and a chestnut, and then a piece of bacon wrapped around it, and you put it on the smoker and smoke it. And we never bought shrimp from the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of our seafood, we would drive to Kiah, to the boardwalk, or nearby,
Mm-hmm.
and get the seafood. And I was so spoiled with this, where I did not realize how different fish especially tastes when you're not getting it off a pier, or you're not getting it from some little old lady who charges you, $2 to clean it, as long as you let her keep the fish head. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the taste is so much different. So when it comes to seafood, how often do you do your Kiah runs?
It depends on what I'm making. Like
Okay.
for crab fingers, I'll go out there. For the scallops, I'll definitely go out there. It just really depends on what I'm making. What else do I go out there for? I go out there for crab legs. I go out there for lobster. I go out there for fish because my mom likes, is it buffalo? I think it's buffalo.
Buffaloes. Yeah.
So I'll go out there for that. If not, I may go to the Viet Hong market too, because are fresher than HEB is or Fiesta. And sometimes depending on what it is, I might go by Fiesta.
Okay.
But Fiesta smells so bad. So
that you can get tennis shoes there. That's always throwing me off. Right?
Tennis shoes, cowboy boots, and luggage.
Right. All of the above, I love those the Asian markets. They do have those here where you literally can pick out a fish that's swimming and say, I want that one. And they'll clean it, they'll butterfly it, they'll fillet it, they'll do whatever you want to it. And I don't know, there's just something about having a fresh piece of fish to do something with that just makes it just so much more fun.
It tastes better. It holds the flavor better.
So. It really does. Yeah, it really does. So what's your go-to I want to impress you dish?
Ooh. Okay, so it's going to be my raspberry chipotle oxtails.
Oh my damn. Raspberry chipotle oxtails.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. Of course, my lamb chops.
Yeah.
And my smothered chicken.
Okay.
My smothered chicken. Wait, it's one more. Any pasta dish I do, everybody loves it. Like I have more people ordering pasta than I have them order anything else. I'm like, y'all don't want nothing else? Nope, it's my pasta.
Yeah. Now, is that hard where you're like you want to venture into new things, but sometimes your clients stick you in that hole where they're like, no, I like this. This is all I want.
It would have been hard, but since COVID, one of my clients does not eat any seafood, and he's really upset with me. But when COVID happened, he left. And so he's not here. But all of my other clients pretty much do like seafood. Like when I reposted this, I had a Instagram follower was like, hey, I need to try your food. I need you to cook for me.
Yeah.
I want to try it. And I was like, what do you want to try? He's like, salmon. And I'm like, okay, I got you.
That's what's up.
And now that you showed the video of the smoked paprika garlic butter, I said I might have to let him try that one because I haven't done that in a year.
Yeah, that is. Hold on, let me pull that back up. That is crazy. Now, and you put that directly on the salmon, right?
Yeah, and I wrap it in foil, and then let it roll for a little bit. Flip it. Yep, directly on it.
Yeah, and just let that.
It's
just sitting there broiling it or baking in it, right?
Yep, and keep going. Another.
Oh, is there another one? Parmesan rice, sauteed spinach. Oh my God, I can smell that through the damn computer. Wow, look at that. It's just sitting in there, just chilling.
So it's enough. So that way, like you said, if you mess up on something, if it's a little too dry, it's enough butter so you won't even know it's dry.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
No, I love that. That is incredible.
But I have to watch the amount of butter, because with butter, it's not good.
Yeah. My man said, Tony, we got to figure out how to get me to Houston. Yeah, bro. We might need to take a trip, man. And we might need to take a trip. So let's transition. Now, okay. I didn't tell you we were going to do this. So I am going to play gotcha just a little bit, just for a hot second.
Ready, so I don't have to get ready. So come on.
Okay, all right. So one of the things that really, drew me to you, and we went on a date one time. Figured we'd be better friends than anything else. So it's that's in the past, but still, one of the things that made me feel like I really want this person in my circle is because I just love that when you have an opinion about something, you go hard in the paint, and nobody is going to convince you that you're wrong. I mean, I've seen you say like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I just love, especially when it comes to relationships. And what I love about your opinions are that they are grounded in reality, right? I love that you call out, the BS, the ridiculousness, the stupidity, when it comes to both men and women. And you don't,
I don't pick a side.
No, you don't pick a side. It's if you silly, you silly, right?
You doing something silly, I cannot. If you acting like a duck, I cannot condone it. If you act,
yes,
I love women. I'm always looking out for my women first. But
yeah,
if I can tell people I'm wrong, we can all tell people we're wrong. Okay, and it's hard. It is hard for me, but I'm like, I'm wrong. Okay,
yeah,
but that's just one time. The rest of the time, I'm always right. So I'll take this L. But yeah, I don't just say, well, because she's a woman, you don't. No.
Right.
No. Like with the lady pouring her drink in the Trey Songz drink. I was
yeah.
Arrested, because if that was a man doing that to a woman, like it's no straight, no chaser with me. That's no gray and white. Everybody is guilty. Everybody needs to do better.
Yeah.
To improve, and everybody needs to stop worrying about what other folks is doing. But that's a whole nother topic for another day.
No, I love it. I'm here for all of it. Like when somebody has the unmitigated gall to challenge you on something, I go get the popcorn, I give me a little bottle of water, and I just sit there and just enjoy the show. Like I'm like, Molly girl, you in trouble.
I know a little bit about a lot, and what I don't know, I'm gonna find out. So please be prepared. I was on the debate team in high school, so be prepared when you want to come talk.
That makes sense. But because you come back with the retorts like, no, that's ridiculous, and let me tell you exactly why.
Yeah, it is.
So what's next for Kiah Rain? Where are you taking this cooking thing?
Well, first things first, revamping what I want to do, focusing on my specialty.
Okay.
So that's going to require me to make sure I know exactly what I want to cook. If I'm doing seafood, what's my options? And actually narrowing down the menu. I don't want to have, like, some people do random things, so they may do 10 things.
Right.
I do just 10 things on that menu and leave it at that.
Okay.
Then I can get some help in. I'll start catering for big parties and things like that. I've been thinking about going to culinary school just to learn a little bit of things that I don't know. I mean, I can look at YouTube, but going in and watching somebody and having them actually critique you and tell you what you're doing wrong so you can improve is something that I really think I need to do. Because I want a food truck, then I want the brick and mortar, then I want to have a restaurant in Atlanta. I'm trying to get my dad to understand he's going to be working. He's retired, but he's going to be managing my restaurant.
Okay.
I need one in Chicago. I need one in LA. I need one in St. Louis.
Yeah.
One in Florida, New York.
So all the hot spots.
And I got to have one at home. I need one in Mississippi. So, all my hot spots. Got to hit all the hot spots. Vegas,
Yeah.
Arizona, it maybe even Mexico. Just who knows?
You know what? If anybody can do it, you can. I'm here for all that.
It does burn me out a little bit. I get, I do get a little annoyed because I be like, price is my price. Do y'all see what I be doing? I document, honey. That's me.
Let's talk about that for a hot second. So I followed this one chef on Twitter, and he posted so he has a online form that if you want him to do private parties, there's information that you can put in. So one of the things he requests is the number of people in your party, and then your budget, right? And so this person wanted I think they had 250 people. And no, it wasn't that many. It was 25 people. The budget was like $300. And it's like, we having cereal?
Crackers?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't think people understand. And I remember listening to in Clubhouse, I follow some chefs in Clubhouse too. And one of them was saying that, you can't afford to underprice yourself as a chef, whether you are, classically trained or trained at home, because if you're cooking for someone and just those people, whether it's a party of 2 or a party of 25, one, you're giving them a very intimate experience.
Exactly.
This is not the same as going to a restaurant, because at a restaurant, a lot of that food is already pre-cooked, some of it. So steaks, a lot of restaurants will sous vide steaks and then put them in a warmer tray. And then when you order it, then they put it on the grill to get the grill marks and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But you're literally taking fresh ingredients, turning it into something that is only for these people. And if you do it inside their home, now you're not even in the comfort of your own kitchen. Because I know me, I like my kitchen because I know where everything is at. It's kind of hard sometimes cooking in other people's kitchen. But if you start pricing that too low and start, giving them the impression that anybody can do this, it's not going to get better, right? If you serve 225 people for $10 a plate, that's insane. That doesn't even make sense to me. I can't go to the grocery store. I just feed my wife and I'll go to Publix and walk out of there and have spent $70, right? And it's just the two of us.
Right.
And no leftovers. So how in the hell are you, and so I
tell people all the time. Well, a friend of mine told me, she was like, you know what you have to start doing? What's your budget? She said, that's your first question. What's your budget? It's not rude, because once you tell them, I've told many people, I've had people tell me they were going to buy everything and wanted me to cook it. And I was like, that's not. Now, for my best friend, she might be able to get away with that.
Yeah.
Range cut. No. Because my best friend knows what she needs to buy.
Right.
But and I'm like, that's not how it works. You still gonna be paying, because now you got to pay me by my hourly rate. You know,
not only that, I don't want you picking out my ingredients. You don't know what I like.
Some of my recipes, you cannot find them on they right here. So
yes, yeah,
we're good on that. But my thing is, I tell people, you don't negotiate when you call Papados and place an order to go. Do you negotiate with them?
Right.
And you know what? They don't. When you go to Ruth Chris, and when you go to McCormick and Schmick, and when you go to Vic and Anthony's, when you go to Candy and Todd's Steakhouse in Atlanta, do you negotiate with them?
Right.
Don't. You pay for it or you save up for it. Well, come back when you saved up, because lamb chops gonna hit you over the head.
Yeah.
Salmon is gonna hit you over the head. Anything seafood is going to hit you over the head because it's expensive.
Right. Have you seen the price of oxtails lately? Oh my God. Yeah. That's before the what was it? The cherry
raspberry chipotle oxtail.
Yeah, that's before the raspberry chipotle. Just the oxtails are expensive. And I ain't even hooked them up yet. But you make a great point though. I mean, and here's the thing: you're getting up, you're getting dressed, you're going to these places, you're waiting on a table, you're doing all. I'm trying to provide you something in your home, something you can either pick up or something I can deliver or something I can cook in your home. And you want to give me a lowball me? That's crazy. So I love that advice. What's your budget? I I got about 30 people and I want to spend about $300. All right, there's a Taco Bell. No, actually, there's a Timmy Chan's on the corner at MLK.
I cannot do it because I'm like, look, y'all already know. Because I had somebody try to lowball me for a peach cobbler. I can make that. I'm like, but baby, I'm about to slice these peaches with my hand. Like a knife.
Right. This ain't coming out no can.
Like, yeah, this is not coming out no can, honey. Like, then I got to cook these down a little bit, just a little bit, and then I got to put them in there. If I'm making something for you, I'm using quality products. Now, I may not use everything organic here at the house for me because I just may not. But for my customers, I notice a lot of home chefs are now like, if it's not organic, we're not buying it. And we're trying to give you something good. We're trying to give you a home cooked meal, a thoroughly clean kitchen, by somebody who's going to prepare it with love and who's not nasty. So, you know, I mean, not saying Papa Do's got a nasty kitchen, but
now some of them do. Now, let's keep it a whole buck. Some of them do.
No, my sister used to work for a pest control place, and they had a couple of contracts with a couple of restaurants.
Yeah,
I eat at those places.
Yeah.
To this day.
But you know, it ain't nothing to get a 3-wheel ocean though.
Nothing at all. You know, so my thing is that, you know, I just be wanting people to realize, you know, sometimes when it's us, we forget that in order for her to have more comparable prices or to compare to these, I'm not a chain restaurant. I'm saying it's just me. You know, I might have a sous chef over here to help me chop some stuff, but everything is pretty much done by me. Like if I'm making a sauce, I'm making your sauce the night before. So the seasoning will be just right. And then I'm gonna prep your meal. If you're coming to pick it up and it's blackened catfish, by the time you come to ring my doorbell, it's still smoking hot. Like I'm doing something a little bit different from them, you know. But all I ask is just, you know, just respect the fact. This is my time. This is my energy. I'm driving to go get it. It's a lot.
Your talent.
Yeah. You know, my passion. I'm going to make sure you love this food. You're going to come back to me every chance you get. Okay.
Rostine, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Hi,
Rostine Wilson says, it's so disrespectful to lowball someone. You're paying for an experience and the love they put in the kitchen. That is so true. And here's the other thing. If you're making food for people and they're paying a premium price outside of a restaurant, you have to make sure that it is on point from start to finish. Because here's the thing that I know. Let's say you make a 3-course meal. The first course is amazing. The second course is bananas. The third course, something wasn't right. They're not going to say everything was good, but they're going to say it was trash. I can't believe we spent all that money on this. Like right now, there's a brother. I don't know if you heard of him, Darius Williams. This brother is getting drug
Kitchenista
filth.
And so I love Kitchenista. I stand with Kitchenista. I support Kitchenista, and Darius is a thief.
Man, what's crazy is that I used to watch his videos.
Me too.
Until there were some that were a little problematic to me because there's some rules. There's some kitchen rules that you just follow. For instance, you don't put sugar on anything that has to have direct contact with heat because the sugar is going to burn.
Exactly.
Right? So little things like that where it's like, okay, no, you can't do that. That's not a rule. And so when you talked about going to culinary school, to me, I like that idea. Even if you don't go, throughout the whole program, there are certain fundamentals. When you start charging people money, there's certain things you should know. Like he always says that you can use Italian season or herbs de Provence. You can't. Like they have similar herbs in them,
but they're not.
They're not the same. Herbs de Provence is French. It's got like lavender in it, right?
Exactly.
So you're making two very different dishes if you choose one or the other. So little things like that, to me, that's honing your craft. That's the difference between someone who cooks for their friends and someone who charges a price point.
Exactly.
And he has this thing called dining with Darius. And I'm not here to drag Darius. I don't even know the brother, but I'm bringing this up because when you start haggling about price, this is the part that really irritates me. So he has this thing called dining with Darius, where for like $215 a plate, you get like a 7-course meal.
Mm-hmm.
But then they start posting pictures of the food. And even little things like the fact that you're using the same dish, or that we're in the middle of COVID and people are scooping and they're eating family style. Like, I ain't come here with these people.
I don't know who these people are, where they hands.
Right.
This is the thing when you get here, and here's what separates the chefs from the cooks.
Okay.
Some people can cook. Like I tell people, you have to be very mindful of what you follow on social media, because if they give you a gimmick and you like it, like the keto he used to do that was not good, everybody knows, that's how he got his following. If he was really passionate about what he wanted to do, he would do what he needs to do. Like, I have a chef friend that was on Hell's Kitchen or Master Chef.
Okay.
And I hit up Chef Ryan Cortez, Chef Ryan, Grooves the Funky Drummer, aka Grooves Funky Drummer. I hit him up all the time because I'm talking to him about things. He actually does this and went to school for this. So I'll hit him up all the time, or my homeboy Justin Williams. He told me, hey, stop using that freeze dried parsley and chop you up some parsley. Like, I hit people up because I want to be better. I want to. And with Darius, he just wants to make money. That separates the reals from the fakes. And no digs against him, but I'm not in this to just make money. I'm in this to give people good food. And I'm in this to he said I'm in this to bring comfort food back. Let people be comfortable at home, and maybe they'll order Sunday dinner through me, like that. But I'm not in this just for profit, because a lot of times they're like, hey, can you cook this weekend? And I'm like, nah, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm not, I have to be in my zone. And once I get in the zone, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got you.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. And I get it, because, when my grandmother used to cook, she didn't want anyone in the kitchen. And my aunt is the same way. My aunt Tracy, don't come in here. Mm-hmm. And I get it. It's almost a sanctuary. You get into this rhythm, right? And it's therapeutic. I like to turn on some music, pour a glass of wine, and just move through the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a passion to it. And so I can't just serve any old thing, even to my family, or even to my, the people in my life. But I'm definitely not going to do that to strangers who are paying a premium, like $215. I mean, that's Vic and Anthony's. That's, McCormick and Smith's. You know what I mean? That's high end, right?
Like that happened. I overbooked myself when I said I was
that too. Yeah.
So much that day. It was this. And the guy called me. He was like, I do not like this pasta. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know what? Don't say that. I'm going to the store, remade it, dropped it off, and he was like, oh my God, the second one was better. And I had to step back and be like, that's because you were doing his pasta, a lobster mac and cheese, this, and you didn't give all the love that you needed, So I had to, like, that bothered me. Like, that really messed with me when he told me it was my first pasta I gave him was nasty. I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And so I had to redeem myself. He was like, I knew you could do it all along. Like, oh, this is not what she does. And I was like, that's my fault, because I had bit off more than I could chew, and I know better now. So now I'm like, nope. I'm of the same similar dishes, but I'm not gonna be all over the world. You book on this day, I'll do it this day, and I'll do it that day. But no, never.
But that's the passion, right? Because your name is on it. Everything you make, that's Kiah made this. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's marketing. That's my branding. That's what's gonna be my word of mouth to get people to come to me, is what other people eat. So I don't do a good job, I shouldn't even be calling myself a chef.
That's what's up. Yeah. Well, speaking of chef, we are here with, this is Chef in the Spotlight, and I'm here with Kiah Rain, the owner of Kiah's Kitchen. And if you're not following her, stop what you're doing right now and go ahead and head over to Instagram, Kiah's _kitchen _HTX. On Facebook, you can find her at Kiah's Kitchen HTX, all one word. If you're in the Houston area and she feel like it, hit her up and say some of this stuff that you see. You are in a unique position, especially if you on that south side. You're in a unique position to actually taste what the rest of us have to drool over our phones of. Make sure you follow her, even if you're not in Houston. Follow her. Because obviously she's about to do some big things, and this is an opportunity for you to say, I knew her back in the day, right? I knew her when she was making food out her kitchen. Now she's a well-renowned chef with restaurants all over the damn place, and I can't even get a table inside with them. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I think you're just so dope. Not just your cooking skills, but just as a person. I'm really lucky to know you, and I really appreciate you sharing this platform with me.
And I cannot take the credit for the duck fat. Chef Demi Moore.
Okay.
Hero. I got that from her. I can't take credit for that. Sis has been using duck fat since I've been knowing her, and I was like, you know what? Let me try it.
I'm telling you. So at first there's a place in, and I always say this wrong, and people make fun of me, in DeKalb County. I always call it DeKalb County. There's a huge food, like it's a grocery store, but it's like a farmer's market. And they have foods from all over the world, like vegetables and fruits that you like, persimmons and pomegranates and stuff like that. And they have a meat section, and they have goat and duck and just all these different types of meat. And they make you can pick out your turkey and make a turkey sausage with it. You know, it's bananas. Well, they sell duck. And so I really got into making duck breast in different ways. And so I started rendering the duck fat from the breast and just kind of saving it, almost like back in the day, you say bacon grease in the Folgers can. Yeah, I didn't realize that you could just buy rendered duck fat until I saw you, and I think you posted it. I think you posted a picture of it, and I was like, are you kidding me? You could buy this stuff.
Pricey, but yeah, you could buy it.
Yeah, so I found a butcher here. Actually, it's in Buckhead, and they sell like little tubs of it. And I'm telling you, whenever a recipe calls for like a savory recipe, I haven't gone that far yet, but a savory recipe that calls for butter, I'll switch out the duck fat, or I'll light fry stuff into it, because I think it seems like it has a pretty high it doesn't have a very high smoke point. So
vegetables, and sometimes I'll put like pinches of sea salt and pepper on it. And I have an old school mama who like her vegetables gummy and mushed down with nothing. Duck fat, she's like, can I have some more? And I'm like, you ate that?
Yeah. It's a game changer, man. Like it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, why didn't I know this before? I've been wasting my life, and I'm mad about that. But make sure you follow Kiah everywhere. So you get the parting words. What's going on with you? Is there anything you got coming up or anything like that?
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to be posting a menu. This time I'm serious. Like, it's going to be a new revamp menu, a seafood menu, guys. Sorry for those who don't eat seafood or those who are allergic. And I'm finally going to stop talking about my cookbook, and I'm going to make it happen. It'll be an e-cookbook. I think I'm going to do the e-cookbook. That way I can send it out easier to people.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 10, 30-minute recipes. I think the longest may be 45 minutes, but about it. But most of them will be quick recipes, things you can do for at home, for yourself, for the kiddos, you know, on the weekend, if you have to work, things like that, just real quick.
That's what's up. So you heard it here first, and you ain't gonna get it if you're not following her. So all of her socials are right down here. Make sure you're following her, so you'll be one of the first people to hear about the launch of the cookbook. I think that's going to do really well. I know I'm going to get a copy because I think everybody is looking for 30-minute meals. So I'll be first in line, and I'm gonna cook some stuff and post it, and it better be good, because Look, I'm damn sure be like, this is Kiah's recipe. I don't even mess with oxtails like that.
The picture, so y'all can't go wrong.
There it is. See, she makes it easy for you. You got no excuses. Well, again, on behalf of my guest, Kiah Rain, thank you guys so much for showing up to another episode of Chef in the Spotlight. We'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. if you know someone that you would like, that you think should be a chef in the spotlight, then hit me in the DMs and let me know. Make sure you follow every single chef that I spotlight, because I spotlight them because they're friends. Whether I've met them in real life like Kiah, or I've been following them on social media, I only want to talk to the people that I am impressed with. So make sure you share this. This is going to, again, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me this Monday night. As with every Monday night, make sure you join me and the 4 horsemen, I like to call them. They're going to kill me for that. On Real Shop Talk. This is 5 men with no hidden agenda talking shop. We talk about brotherhood. We talk about manhood. We talk about fatherhood and everything in between. Our goal is to make sense of all of the craziness that's going on right now. So make sure you join us every Monday night, 8 p.m. Go to realshoptalk.net. All of our mail is on there, all of the past shows, and then also a link to the future shows as well. So again, Kiah, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. And we out.
Bye, everyone.